Yeah, from now on, I should just keep it like that, honestly. All right, so just wait a few minutes. I'll get set up with both charts and then we'll get started. Yo, what's up, gang? Wait, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Shit, honestly, that might be. Yeah, I can't even help that, honestly. All right. I mean, I guess they can take it out. I mean, I guess. All right. All right. So I'll start in the next 2 minutes. Allow people to join. What I will say is that in last night's NA meeting, both plays played out. And we made this call out in the NQ on stream today. This, where's that level? Where is it at? This 820 level, we called this out. 823, actually. We called out this 823 level on stream. Price got down to 19, I believe, and we got this massive move up. So pretty proud of this call out. I wish I took it, honestly. But I mean, hey, if anybody took this, congratulations. You got a massive move up towards the end of the day. Congratulations. I did take that move on ES. We talked about this, I believe, on, if this was not last week, we talked about price possibly getting to this 298 level. Once I saw price trade into this 298 level, I took this long. That's funny. Anyway, so when price got to 298, I took this long towards the end of the day, and I was able to capture this entire move up in my funded account, so on MFF. So, and I took this in minis. I trade minis on my MFF account, and I trade micros here on Top Step X for newer traders. So, but I do got some, well, good and bad news. We did talk about this where is it at? We talked about this 339 level in last night's NA meeting. Honestly, I'm not going to mislead anybody. Missing this move after talking about it, that actually set me on tilt. After the stream, after we caught this move up, retesting this area of supply, and we got this drop, I did actually relog back into that account because I was trying to quote unquote make back the money that I quote unquote missed. And I over leveraged with about like 10 contracts. And the crazy thing is I was in profit, but it just wasn't enough. I don't think after missing this entire move, after talking about it, after planning for it, the money would never be enough. I think I got in long right here. I was in 10 contracts. I think, yeah, so I got in at 18, I think. Yeah, around like 18. And I was up too. I mean, I was up. But I wanted a retest of 31. I thought price was going to at least retest this level. So I left this trade on. I walked away. I think I had my stop like somewhere down here. Who the heck knows? The next thing I know is when I came back to the charts, I saw price did this. And the crazy thing is, once the account was blown, I had to look back and say, damn, if I sat here and if I took the profits right here, I mean, I would have had some money. I wouldn't have had all the money that I would have made, but I would have had some. Yeah, I know, gain weight. Shocker, I know. I know, it's a shocker. Your boy Sherm usually doesn't go tilt. Usually does not go tilt, but today it was just one of those exceptions because, man, this was a great play. And I let this slip by because I thought that the market was trying to retest in these areas. But based on the charts, I think we do get a retest of this range right here. And we may see an actual move up, retesting these highs, and then we also see a move down. So but yeah, gain weight. When you sensitive about your shit, I already told you, I see this as an art. Trading is my art. I have a knack for seeing momentum shifts. I have a knack for seeing support and resistance. The only thing that I have to really begin to work on is when that demon comes out. Because I was looking at that demon in third person, I'm not gonna lie. I was definitely looking at myself in third person. And like I said, when I saw this initially work from 18 to 25, what is that, like a 5 points or 8 points? Anyway, however many points. I think I was up like maybe 9 or anyway, I guess it doesn't matter at this point, the account's gone. But there is one thing that I definitely will learn from this experience, is that with this account, I didn't set any rules for it. I didn't set any rules for this account. And because of that, that's what makes me believe that that's why I didn't take this account really that serious, honestly, because I didn't make any rules. And I went in with 10 mini contracts. I mean, what do I expect? I went in with 10. Just hoping for that retest. They're trying to get that money back. But all right. So far, I mean, the market has traded lower. But I do assume that the bulls will come back in and try to take out all-time highs. So far, I mean, we got a light news week, or actually not a light news week. We actually have light news going into tomorrow, believe it or not. We really don't have anything going into tomorrow. I mean, the only thing that we really have to watch out for is we got the Richmond Fed at 9, but that's an algo, so that's going to move the market regardless. We have the 7-year note at 12. We have a Fed speaker at 12:45, and the way they have it set up is right before the beige book, the information in the beige book that's going to be released at 1 o'clock. Now, remember that the beige book is used by the feds from all districts. They document the economic conditions of their districts in this book. And this is a tool that Jerome Powell uses when making his inflation decision. So just be mindful of 1 o'clock. We're really 12:45 going into 1 o'clock, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be asked questions about this book, and that's going to make the markets more volatile. So just be mindful. But other than that, we got a light day tomorrow. So I'm assuming that the market will possibly chop. It will ping pong back and forth until we get the official release of this book, or the data from this book. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's go back to the NQ. So like I said, we called out this 820 level today on stream. And for those that caught this move going at 820 or 823, hopefully you caught this entire move. Or if you didn't catch this entire move, at least you allow price to, or your position to trade right back into this range. And obviously this was towards the end of the day around 145. So we talked about where did we, yeah, this move right here. It was 885. So I was looking for price to come in at 881, but it came in at 885. We got that bounce to 885, and we got this move up. And going up, I thought that the price was actually going to reject here at 985, but price came in at 980. So even though I was in the right general area with the support and resistance, both was I guess off a little bit, but I was spot on this 820 call out, so I am proud of that. However, I also mentioned that trading, like taking this trade, even though it worked, that this was a dangerous spot to begin a trade, because if you, as you can see, once price reached this area of resistance, if you didn't get out of this trade, you became a liquidity donation to the market. And this is why it's dangerous to trade in the middle, because you'll get caught if you're on the wrong side or if you don't close out of this position. Now, I mean, this move up, this was literally a 100-point move. So, I mean, you should have got out of this one. I mean, I guess there's no real reason for anybody to not get out of this position. It was a 100-point move on the NQ. I mean, even if you had one micro contract, that was a $200 move on one micro contract, and or not a $100 move, I apologize. It was a $200 move and a 2K move on the full mini on one contract. So there's no reason why you should allow this one to come back to you when this is literally a 100-point move. But for those that didn't get out of this position, they got caught. Now, you said, did that long play out for you? Yeah, it did. It did. Yeah, because we talked about, we talked about this 298 level. I did catch this level towards the end of the day, and I caught this whole move up in my funded account in mini. So I made about like $3,600 or something like that. So I'm proud of that. I only had 3 mini contracts though with that damn stupid scaling plan. But man, if I had 10 contracts on this, because I knew once price got into this 298 area, that shit was gonna move back up. But But I didn't take that long on the NQ, obviously. Obviously, I didn't take it. Okay, so let me actually. All right, because I'm looking at my chart. And I see what price has done so far. I mean, basically we had this trading range. We had a breakout of this range. You can see that the bulls brought it right back to this range right here. The bears tried to reject. They failed. And then the bulls actually broke out the top of this range. So actually, let me just clear all this up and actually do this. All right, so we got a range breakout. They came back. The bears tried to rotate price lower. They failed, and the bulls took out the top of this range, and here they're coming back. Now, I do believe that a good trade would either be at the top of this range right here or at the bottom of this range where we've got this initial breakout. My money would be on this 885-ish level. I would take a long here. I would take a long here because we got the range breakout. We can see price coming back in. I'm pretty sure that this resistance area is going to turn into support. The bulls are going to use this to try to get that move back up higher. And I'm pretty sure they're going to try to take out that 19K level. I'm pretty sure. But we may see a rejection at 19K. 19K to 1911, somewhere in that range, from 1911 to 19K, maybe even 1915. Because I think, well, if we get to 915, they might as well take out that high. And I'm trying to keep that bias out of my mind because the NQ takes out her old all-time highs all the time. She takes those out. But the ES, I'm pretty sure the ES, the all-time highs, means something on the ES. It doesn't mean anything on the NQ. So I'm trying not to allow that bias to cloud my judgment. If we don't see a rejection at that 19K, then price is most likely trying to take out that high. Most likely. Oh, you sold too early? Yeah, you know me. You know me. I held that shit. I held that shit to the end. I was like, this shit is about to retest 31 because I was looking for that 31 level all day. I was looking for that 31 level all day. And I was like, yo, it's getting there. It's getting to 31. And of course, they waited all day to do it. So, of course. Where the hell is my mouse? But we got this sweep of liquidity here, so I don't think the bears are going to have enough power to rotate price down. Like I said, I do believe that this 890 to 885 level, like somewhere in this range is where price is going to trade back into, and the bulls are going to take this up back higher to try to take out this high right here. Oh, that's not the high. That's not it. That's not it. They're going to try to take out this high right here. They're going to try. Or not, that we don't know if they're going to be successful, but they'll definitely try to take that high out because we've already taken out this left shoulder. We've swept that. We've taken this out. Oh, okay. No wonder why. Okay. All right, so this is why it stopped here at this 81 level. And no wonder why it stopped. It was a wall right here, and that's why it stopped and we got that drop down. Hey man, green is green, baby. Green is green. Yeah, I mean, I know because honestly, Alfred, I will say that I almost did the same thing. I almost closed it, but I was like, no way. I was like, no, this is that level that we was talking about 2 weeks or 2 days ago, or last week, or one of these days. This is that level. And I'm pretty sure that there's going to be bulls sitting here. And this is probably where the bulls or the bears are going to get out their position. And this is where the bulls are going to get in and everybody become buyers. And I was like, nah, I actually left my position open until 310 and just had my target sitting at 31. My mind was that either my target is going to get hit or price is going to close somewhere in that area. It closed at 23, I think, like 23, but my target got hit. So at 31, or no, I had it at 30. Yeah, I had it at 30 because my target got hit. I had it at 30 because I was like, it's going to take out this high at 29.25. It's going to take that shit out. So I had it at 30. Yeah. I made $3,600 in that, baby. But yeah, so like right now with the NQ, so we had this move up. I mean, like I said, I think we do see that rotation down lower overnight. But this area right here, this 885, this is somewhere in this area is where I would look for a long opportunity. And I would have my, obviously I would have my 27-point stop, but having your stop below this candle will be ideal, because even if price does drop down and bounce out and bounce back, especially with the NQ, you don't want to be a part of the stop run. I mean, this thing is going to stop run down and you don't want to be a part of that. You don't want to take the extra loss if you're wrong. So just have your stop a couple of points below this low, and hopefully the NQ will be nice and you can get a nice bounce in this area without her trying to search for liquidity and then bounce back up and then use this as support to make that move higher. So this is the area that I would look at to go long. I mean, I do have 750, or hold on. Yeah, because I see 771. So honestly, a better long might be here at 771. So a better long might be right here. Because 771, I have that as last week's close, I think. Yeah, that's last week's close. It's at 771. And you can see that price did use this level as support. And then at the bottom of this is 38, 838. But I don't think price comes back all the way down here. I don't think price comes back down all the way down here. I don't think price comes back down. Yeah, this is where, in this area right here is where I would look for a trade. I would look for a bullish reaction somewhere in this area right here. Somewhere in this area. Because I don't think we come back down here. I don't think so. It wouldn't even make sense for them to come back down here after we had this bullish move up. And you already know that with this breakout, price is going to want to retest back into this range. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be more bulls sitting right here. And we're going to at least get a retest of this high right here, at least. And then possibly them trying to take out this high. And if the bulls can get over these two highs, then obviously you know what it's trying to get into. It's trying to retest that 19K level. Yeah, what's up, Katie? What's up? You actually have people that tell you that? I mean, before this market turned to what it is now, gain weight, I mean, the way it was looking at around that time, there was no reason for the market to freaking be at no 20K or, dude, we're like, we might see the same thing that happened when Trump transitioned out of the White House and Biden took control of the United States. We saw a massive drop when Biden was elected. I wonder if we're going to see that same massive drop depending on who our next president is going to be. Now, the way things are looking, it looks like our boy Trump is going to take it. From what I've seen online, it seems that even a lot of people that would consider themselves Democrat is saying that this economy is obviously not, or at least Biden's policies is not geared towards them. It's geared through the undocumented immigrants that's coming into the United States. And they will be absolutely right. Absolutely right. Immigration is literally going, or at least in these policymakers' minds, immigration is what's going to save the economy. I mean, we've already talked about this. And like I said, your boy Sherm sees this stuff in foresight, because before we talked about, or after we talked about this, then the Fed said the same thing. The Fed alluded to the same thing. And Messer came out and straight up and said it, like, yeah, these immigrants are going to be the backbone of the United States economy, because nobody wants to work. Everybody is entitled. Everybody is to this and that. And they need new blood to come into the United States and work. That's why the focus on the labor market right now is so heavy, because nobody wants to work. Shit, you can't get me back. Like, shit, you can't get me to work. Not outside what I'm doing now. You can't get me to do any hard labor, because I've already done that. I've moved up. And to go back to that would be a definite downgrade. And there's nothing wrong with it. But to me, going back to where I'm at now and going back there, nah. And a lot of people share that. A lot of people feel that they're too good to do manual work, to work outside, to get dirty. A lot of people don't want to do that. But people that's in war-torn countries, people that are used to making cents on the dollar per day, like $2 a day, as an exaggeration, they'll come here and they'll happily work for minimum wage. They'll happily work for minimum wage. And that's what people, and I understand why people don't want this to happen, because they want it both ways. They don't want someone to undercut them and work for cheaper than them, but at the same time, they don't want to work themselves. So it's like, well, if you're the Biden administration and you know this, well, okay, well, fine. We don't have to argue about this shit. We're gonna allow people that want to work into the United States. We're gonna get them working visas. We're gonna get them jobs. They're gonna replace you, and they're gonna work, and they're gonna do the same job that you're doing, better and cheaper. And let's just be honest. Most of the time, a lot of the immigrants that comes to the United States, they do a better quality job because they're more dedicated. So, I mean, that's just the hard truth that people don't like to, or that truth pill people don't like to swallow, but that's the truth. And that's why it's happening. So, definitely. Gangway says he hang with short sellers. Yo, I mean, like I said, man, short selling is addictive. There is something addictive about shorting the freaking market. I don't know what the hell it is, but it is so addictive. It is the most addictive thing in the world. That's why I love doing it. That's why I just hate being a bull. I just absolutely hate it. I love watching the market turn red. I love that shit. I love it. I hate being a bull. I just hate being a bull. I feel like being a bull, all you're doing is picking up something and you don't know if it's valuable or not. If I sell you something, the only thing I need in return is the cash value for it. That's all I need. I'll sell you something at 340, and if the value of it, and if you want to buy it at 311, that's cool. That's the only thing I got to worry about. But being a bull, you gotta make sure everybody else wants to buy it at the same level, and then it's just too much. I prefer to be a bear. I prefer to be a freaking bear. Yeah, me too, Alfred. Honestly, I would never short a stop. I would never short a stop. Never. Now, I've shorted options, obviously. And, or let me rephrase that. If you sell calls, that's the same thing as basically short selling a stock. Basically, it's the same thing. Because you will get assigned those calls if the price trades above your strike. You will buy those damn things higher than what you bought them for, or higher than what you sold them for. But okay, but like I said, on the NQ, I think that's about it. I think that's the only thing that we have to really watch out for right now on the NQ until we get more information. We already got this massive move up towards the end of the day, and now the only thing for price to do is trade back into this area where I said, and hopefully the bulls come in here and we can get a good entry here from this 71 to, so from 88 to 70. So that's 88 to 70, this range right here. I want to see the bulls come in here, and I want to see them hold. And then if the bulls protect this area, we can definitely see a move back up. So that's, for right now, that's all I have on the NQ. That's all I have on the NQ for right now. So let's talk about the ES. So obviously, if y'all joined us last night, you know this was bothering me all day. You know this was bothering me all day. All freaking day this is bothering me. Because we talked about it and we planned, and I'll tell you exactly why I didn't take this trade. I didn't take this trade because I was like, yo, first we had another range, another area of supply above it. First off, I didn't want it to trade past this, tap into the higher area of resistance, and then dump. But for the most, even though I saw this, dude, like the mental gymnastics I told myself, like it was absolutely frustrating when I didn't take this, when I convinced myself not to take it. Because I looked at the structure and I was like, dude, there's no way that it's going to trade above this and then drop, because this area of supply hasn't been cleared. And then I told myself, well, remember when the bulls just traded through all that supply and it just traded through it like it was nothing, and then it went to the higher time frame supply and then dropped? And I was like, no, but dude, it's like, no, it's supposed to drop here. And I was fighting with myself all yesterday. And I was like, you know what, fine, I'm not going to take it. I didn't even take this trade in my throwaway account, which honestly, I was really questioning why I didn't do that. Why I didn't take this trade in my throwaway account just to see what happens. But I didn't do that. So this thing was bothering me. And so obviously when I woke up and we saw that we got this clean 15-point move down to start the stream, it's like 15, it's like 20-point move. Yeah, this is a 20-point move right here. Yeah, this was bothering me. This was absolutely bothering me. We did catch the bottom though. We did catch this, and we did get our 10 points here for this retest. And then we got this drop down. However, if y'all didn't join the beginning of the stream, I know our gain weight was trying to come at me, talking about woo woo woo. Yeah, I go tilt sometimes, it happens. But the crazy thing is, in that account, I went in 10 mini contracts with this retest. I was literally here at 18.25, and I was in profit. And as price was going up, In my mind, I'm thinking now I got to make all that money back because I missed this whole damn move. We could have made so much more money. We ended the day with, I think I ended the day with $600 or something like that. 580 or 600. We're just gonna round it up to 600. And I was like, that's not good enough because we could have made more. And so I went in the 10 mini contracts, was in profit, saw it touch VWAP, and I walked away because I knew he was going to get some resistance, but I felt that the bulls were going to at least retest this 31 level. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. I came back, saw that my stop got hit. Well, not only did it get hit, I blew the account because I was traded 10 mini contracts. So you know that number adds up real quick if you're on the wrong side of that. And I blew the account. And as I looked at the screen and I said to myself, wow, you was in profit. You didn't take any profit. You allowed it to come back on you and you blew the account. And it did make me realize that first, I didn't set any rules for that account, which from now on, I'm going to set rules for all my accounts. I'm going to make sure that I have rules for all my accounts now. Second of all, I didn't plan the trade. I just jumped in, and it was an eye-opening experience that I didn't plan the trade and I paid for it. I don't know if I self-sabotaged myself. I don't know if it was a way to punish myself for missing that trade and not trusting myself last night. I don't know. But I definitely paid the price. I will say that. I definitely paid it. So, because I blew that account, you know, the next thing I had to do, I had to get that money back in that other account. And so as the market was dropping down, I remembered that we talked about this 298 level in one of our NA meetings. That price is likely to come back in and test, and we're going to get a massive bounce. Well, I went into my funded MFF account. I set my limit right here at 298. I had 2 points, so about a point in drawdown, and I had 3 mini contracts. I would have went full port, honestly, if I didn't have that stupid scaling plan. But I would have went full port because that's just how tilted I was, I guess. But technically, I did go full port. I went 3 contracts, and I have my limit sitting here at 30. Yeah, right here at 30. Yeah. And I just walked away from the screen because I was like, shit, I'm not touching it. I'm just gonna let this thing ride up because I know it hit a major area of support. We planned for this to happen, and I know it's gonna hit this area. And when I came back, I was up $3,600 on the day in my funded account. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that didn't make up for what I did. It made me feel better, but it doesn't make what I did right. And I'm not gonna lie, I hated my behavior. Even though in the moment that demon came out, that demon straight came out. And when that demon comes out, well, it just comes out. It's like that demon is not happy until I blow the account. It's not happy until I blow up. So in the future, like I said, I'm just gonna start making rules for all my accounts. Every time I get a new account, I'm gonna make a rule in my journal, and I'm gonna set how I need to engage when I trade in the account. So I'm gonna let that be hopefully the last time I allow that demon to dictate my trading behavior. But we did catch this move at the end of the day, but we blew this account with this leg down. And I guess another thing that I need to do is to make sure that I don't, like, I need to trust my initial analysis. and let it play out. Because honestly, I didn't want to lose, obviously, but just in hindsight, even if I took this the 339 trade, and if it was wrong, I would have lost my $600, but I would have got it back if I just went short here. If I was wrong at this 348, I would have got the money back. So that's why like emotions and trading does not mix at all. It just doesn't mix, because logically you can think about it logically after the fact, but in the moment, emotions just take over and it's king. So it says if you have 100 shares, then you can sell covered calls to earn premium. You know, honestly, when I was actually trading stocks and options, I thought about doing that, but then I also thought stocks requires a lot of money up front. It requires a lot of freaking money. And I give it to people that invest in stocks, because you have to have some balls. Because even if you're having like 50K a share, and we all know that no great stock is $50. Well, Nvidia is going to have another stock split next month in June. But so make sure that you have some money at least for that. But all the great stocks are like $200 at least. So if you like, that's 200K of stocks that you don't even know if you bought at the bottom, if you bought in the middle. You don't know if it's going to gain value over time. Yeah, stocks requires a lot of money up front to be successful. Oh, did you? So how does that work? When you buy a partial of the share, how does that work? Dollar cost averaging? It just requires like a big investment. So I don't know if anybody remembers, but remember, Nvidia has already done a stock split. Nvidia literally has outshined Tesla, because Nvidia has already done a stock split. And ever since their stock split, their shares went back up to 1100. Like Nvidia is like at 1100 right now. Did y'all see that? Nvidia touched 1100 today. Yeah, it's touched 1100. And they're going to do a stock split in June. A 10-to-1 stock split in June. So this is literally more valuable than Tesla has ever been. Tesla has not done this. So Nvidia is definitely the king. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a market cap that's bigger than Apple. Let's actually look at that real quick before we dive into the ES. So they got a $2.3 trillion market cap. And let's look at Apple's. Oh, so they're about the same amount as Apple. They're right there with Apple, yo. Nvidia is right there with Apple. Crazy, right? Okay, yeah. Are you still doing that, or is that something that you no longer do? But this is what I'm going to be looking for going into tomorrow with ES. I mean, we had that major move down. So basically, let's look at this. So I mean, basically we got this range right here. All right, so we got this breakout of this range. They came back in, they broke out, and now they're trying to make their move lower. So I'm looking at this area right here from 314 to 309. I'm looking for the bulls to come back in somewhere here to take price high. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for price to tap in here, and then we see a move up like this. We get a retest of this high. We get a break down, find support here, and then we see a move back up to that next area of resistance at 348 on the ES. I think we see something like that. I think we see something like this move down here, back into this range. The bulls find support, and then we get this little sequence right here. You know what, Alfred? Well, I mean, if you was trading prop firms, then I feel like if I can go back and do it again, I would, all that money that I put in stocks and options, I would have put that in straight up in futures. I feel like trading stocks and option was my biggest mistake because of my trading style. My trading style, I mean, well, except for selling premium, and I stepped away again from a winning strategy. I made so much money selling premium. Then I thought, damn, I saw all the gurus online making 10K, not realizing how much money that they was actually putting up just to have a 10K day. I thought that they was actually putting the same amount of money down, like $1,000, the same amount that I would spend on options, and they were making 10K. But no, these guys were putting down 100 to 200K just to make 10K, 10%. And I didn't know that at the time. And so because I wanted to be Mr. Big Shot, making all this money trading options, I moved away from a winning strategy and I went to buying options. However, we all know that buying options is addictive, especially 0 DTEs. That shit is addictive. So going back from buying options to selling options, I never really went back to selling options. It's too slow. I got hooked on the crack. Got hooked on it. I got a taste and I can't go back. It's too slow. But futures obviously fits my trading style, obviously. Because I don't ever have to worry about my contract losing value over time as long as it doesn't expire. My contract is going to still be $50 if I buy it at $50. Now if I can sell it for $100, that's also nice. Yeah, I think those gurus, yeah. And the crazy thing is, like I shared before, Tasty Trades is the best option education online, and it's free. It is the best option education that you'll get. The crazy thing is, everybody that you pay for their course, they're taking all their stuff from Tastyworks. So they even use their platform in their courses. So it's like, once I found that out, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of pissed that I spent that damn money on those stupid courses when Tastyworks was free this entire time. But I mean, the money has been spent, so it doesn't mean anything crying about it. But like I said, I think price can get back into this 14 to 9 range. Somewhere in here is where I see the price actually will come back in and we'll get that move. Now, if this is the right shoulder, if this is the right shoulder for that big move down, for that double bottom down, which, I mean, it doesn't make sense because, I mean, we got this low, we got this higher low, And so, I mean, we may get a retracement, but I'm thinking that we break out higher. We can use these stops above these highs to break out higher, and we can tap into this area of resistance. We can come back down, use this area, this 27 level as support, and then the bulls can make their way back up to test all-time highs. But I think they're going to possibly save this for Friday. It's either going to be the GDP that takes us here, or it's going to be the PCE that takes us here. My money is on PCE, but I wouldn't be surprised if this does it on GDP. Now, I know that this low needs to get taken out eventually. I know that the market is going to want to take out this low. So I don't know if the game plan for the market is going to be, if we go up, we get back into this 48 level right here, and then we see that move down that takes out this low. Or if we get a good, or because bad news is good news and good news is bad news. So I guess if we get a bad PCE, anyway, I'm not going to do the mental gymnastics. Whenever this data is released, however the market reacts to it, the 2 points to watch out for is this high and this low. Because basically we're still trading in the middle now. We're still literally back in the middle. I'll draw this out so you guys can see it. Price is literally in the middle between this high and this low. And so far, all price has done is rotated using this range. Really, that's all it's done. So we've definitely got several range rotations. So honestly, I think the move is going to be up. I think the move is up for right now. And then once we get this move up, once we get a retest of this, then we can definitely see that massive move going down lower. Or if the market likes both the GDP and the PCE, we can see this. We can see price making all new all-time highs. We can definitely see that. So that's something definitely to look out for. You say you don't see us doing anything into non-farm. So non-farm, the first Friday. So you're talking about next month. You're talking about next month. Which is right around the corner. All right, so non-farm should be on this Friday on June 7th. Or maybe it's not. Oh yeah, it is. It's right here. Non-farm payrolls. We got ISM, we got JOLTS reports. We got the producer, no, that's not for us. We got PMI again on Monday. We got PMI? Never mind, I'm thinking about PPI now. I already take that back. I was thinking about PPI. And then I guess the next week after that, then we're going to have CPI and PPI after that. You think the big moves are next week? Well, we're definitely going to get a move off of PCE. We're definitely getting a move off of PCE and GDP. That's for sure. That is for sure. There is no doubt, and that should not be a doubt in your mind, that GDP and PCE does not move this market. Especially PCE. GDP, yeah. PCE for sure. That's literally the tool that Powell uses. And that's the tool that the market sees that Powell uses. So we're definitely going to get a move off of PCE. So that's definitely going to move the market. Okay, so I've shared the levels with you guys. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for right now. That's the levels I'm going to be watching out for going into tomorrow's session overnight. I want to see what they do at 314 on the ES. So I'm willing to scale in. So I'm willing to do this. But I want to take this trade after London session, after the London session, or when London session opens. I try not to trade at all until London session happens. That's actually a hard-coded rule that I have. Yeah, because this move didn't happen until 343. Yeah, this move didn't happen. So I would suggest that all the trades that you take should be after the London Open, because we know that the market may move, but then London Open usually moves the market in the opposite direction. So if you see the market going up, usually what I notice happens both on the NQ and the ES is that London will open. If the market is going up, it will push it down. If the market is going down, it'll push it up. And it usually pushes it back into a previous area of support and resistance to get a decent entry. So you can actually capture a decent move with the risk reward of small risk with a big reward. And obviously you can see that it happened in this instance. And I see it happen a lot. So yeah, this move happened at 10 o'clock. Yeah, this is not a good instance. Oh, this is during the day. See if I can find another example of this. So I think this is a good example right here. So because we get this open, get this gap open, this is the weekend, and you can kind of see that London pushes it down. Anyway, I'm not going to find an example, obviously, for some reason, but I have a rule that I don't take trades before London Open, and I would suggest that you would adopt the same rule, because London usually reverses price, and I'm pretty sure that if you trade, you see that too. You don't need me to tell you that. So I like to take my trades at London. So yeah, so like I said, I want to see what price does at this 314 level. This will be my initial entry, and I'll have a scale in here at 309, and I would have my stop, obviously my 10-point stop here, possibly 303 actually. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be looking for overnight with the ES. Obviously for the NQ, same thing. What was that level I was talking about on the NQ? Yeah, for that 888 to 870 level. 888 to this 870 level. This is where, if price trades into this area, I want to see how the bulls react here. I believe that this is a great area for the bulls to come back in, and they can at least take price higher to at least take out this high, and possibly all-time highs. But I would wait for a bullish reaction first. Let the bulls show that they wanted to come in here, and then take the trade. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I mean, it says I'm asleep for London at the trend forming, and I tried to get a piece of it. Yeah, honestly, Alfred, for me, I do the same thing. I'm asleep during London as well, but I usually wake up to use the bathroom around like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I do look at the chart. And if I see what I see, I'll set the trade. I'll set the trade if I see what I see. But if I usually wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, Central Time, and depending on where price is, I'll take the trade. But yeah, I try not to trade nothing overnight unless it's one of those levels where we talk about, where it's at super support and super resistance. I try to wait for London session. I always try to wait for London. Yeah, London is crucial. That's why I had to stop trading crude, because London likes to move, or crude likes to move during the London session, or that 2 to 3 o'clock hour Central Time. So if you're a crude trader, unfortunately, the market likes to move at that 2 to 3 o'clock, and that's consistent. The market moves at 2 or 3, and if you're lucky, price will continue into the New York session if you're lucky. But for the most part, the moves happen, the clean moves happen from 2 to 4, maybe 6, and then it likes to chop for the rest of the day. But sometimes we will get that continuation into the cash session if you trade crude. But we are getting into the summer months, but with all this geopolitical stuff with Saudi, Russia, and all these oil producing countries. Hold on, give me a second. But all right, so yeah, those are the areas I'm going to be looking for. But it sucks that if I mean, this was a good short. Yeah, well, never mind, it wasn't allowed to be in this. Yeah, but all right, guys, that's all I have. We'll start fresh tomorrow. I guess I'll trade my I'll trade this account. I'll trade this one. I'm not gonna buy another account. And did Top Step already do the he said bulls never sleep, gain weight? Shit, I go to sleep. Well, I'm not a bull. I'm not a bull. Has Top Step already did that reset already? Because I wouldn't mind having another try at this. I mean, if we can get a... Are they having it? Hopefully they don't do no bell to bell. Hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully they just... Hold on, when did they plan on doing that? Because I did see that Top Step is now allowing you traders to have 5 accounts. I did see that email this morning. So now we can really start to get some funded accounts. We can get our 5 funded accounts, and we can trade that more likely Thursday. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just trade this 50K account, because like I said, I was copy trading I blew all those accounts, and like I said, that kind of sucks that I did that, but we'll learn from it. Yeah, hopefully they'll hopefully they don't do that bell to bell, because if it's bell to bell, they can actually keep their reset. Actually, I'll just wait until it resets by itself. I'll just wait. I think I got March has 3 more days in it, or not March, May. Yeah, we got Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. We got 3 more days. So even if I do get the reset, I would have to actually save it. We got 3 more days, and then it resets on the 2nd. And honestly, that's probably why. Because honestly, I forgot about these combines. And then honestly, I had like 3 days to pass it as well too. And I wasn't trading them. I actually forgot about them. I was focusing more on that account. And I will say that trading micros does kind of prolongs trading a lot, because I mean, even though I think we traded what, 6 or 7 days until we passed that account. It didn't feel like 6 or 7 days. It felt like the whole fucking month. It felt like the entire month. All right, so it does look like all right, so let's see. So we can see, okay, so it's at 16. All right, never mind. Yeah. 13, 14. I mean, no. This has to come back down here. This has to come back down. Because I don't think it's going to take this low out. Or maybe it does, but it's going to find support here. You don't get all this bullishness, and then there's no buyers waiting. And then looking at Bookmap, yeah, there's a wall right here. So yeah, they're going to be buyers here. On Bookmap, there's a wall of buyers right here in this area right here. There is a wall of buyers. So I'm going to end the stream. If we do get a breakdown into this area, I may take it. I know I got that. I know I just said I have that London rule, but I feel like if they tap this level, they're going to take off. They're going to take off if they tap this level. Okay. Yeah, that bell to bell is like, dude, I think I turned on the stream and dude, I don't know what the hell they was doing. They had this lady doing some, whatever the voodoo stuff that she was doing. And I know I guess it was supposed to be like a meditation type of thing, but I was like, yo, that's crazy, yo. That's fucking crazy. And that was, to me, that was crazy. I was like, what kind of voodoo stuff is she doing? Shit, you know what? You know what? You know what? No. No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I guess I have to follow my rules. I guess if I don't follow my rules, I didn't learn my lesson for today. And I think they come in at 14 though. I think they come in at 14. I really think they're coming in at 14. Yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. I was like, dude, what the heck are they doing, dude? I was like, what the hell is this? Because I guess I had an autoplay on Top Step, or I had an autoplay on and Top Step started playing, and let me see if I can find it. I mean, I'm not gonna look too hard for it. Yeah, it was this lady. It's like, what the hell is she doing? It was this lady right here doing some, it's like some meditation stuff or something like that. Yeah, she was doing this.
Now I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Hold that breath. And then I want you to puff out your cheeks and blow that breath out of your mouth as hard and fast as you can.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Another deep breath in. Holding that breath. And then blowing it as hard and fast out of your mouth as you can, puffing out your cheeks.
Pause. Anyway, I was like, what the hell? I was like, what the hell was I even looking at, yo? Or I was like, what the hell? So yeah, honestly, I can't do that bell to bell. They can keep their reset if I have to endure this. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. All right, so they tapped into it. Let's see what they do. They tapped into it on the ES. They tapped into it. He said NQ is selling. Yeah. ES tapped into that area where the bulls may come in at. Let's see if they hold it off. I mean, they got into 09. So like I said, this is the range where I think the bulls definitely have to hold this area right here. This is where they have to hold it at. If they don't hold this, then yeah, we can definitely see lower prices. We can definitely see it. And then I did see that the NQ is selling. Same thing with the NQ. It has to hold this. From, yep, to 70. So it has to go from 88 to 70. It has to hold it here. Yeah. But all right, guys, we'll do this again. I've shared my levels with you guys. Hopefully they work out for you. Hopefully they work out. But even if they don't, the first thing we do is manage our risk first. So as long as we manage our risk, and we all gotta do is let the trade play out at that point. That's all we gotta do. But all right, guys, I appreciate you joining. Peace out.